Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody is chilling. I got a very special video for you today because we are going to be water blocking this 5090 Founders Edition card. In my past videos, you guys asked if I would actually show how to do this. Disclaimer, I've never water blocked the FE card. We're going to learn together, but I got the FE card right here, 5090, and I also got an EKWB 5090 FE block. And no, it doesn't come in white. If you want it in white or any other color, I use Rust-Oleum high heat spray paint, which came out perfect. I'll show a B-roll of it right now, but this thing came out perfect and I love it. I couldn't be happier with the design. Just wish EKWB would actually sell white water block so we didn't have to do this, but regardless, we did a little modification on that water block. Anyway, again, like I said, this is my first time water blocking an FE card, so stay patient. I got all camera angles. I'll show top down of it and side so you guys can see all angles of this installation. Plus I'll have the instruction manuals on the screen so we can follow along together, and hopefully we can get this done without breaking anything. All right guys, so let's get this show on the road. All right, I got my phone right here, and the first thing it says first, remove 2 screws from the back of the stock cooler with a Torx head screw. And then there's like a little image right here. So I guess right here, we're gonna have to remove 2 screws over here. Yeah, we're gonna remove these 2 screws. Hopefully I got the right bit here and I don't strip any screws. And it is the right bit. So. Okay, you guys saw that magnetic pull right there? All right, remove those 2. And then it says the next step is unscrew 4 screws to remove the IO bracket, then unscrew 9 IO port screws. So I guess we're gonna have to turn this around here. And now we see 4 right here. So we're gonna have to remove those, the IO bracket ones. This one we can pull out a bigger version. Let's see if this one would work good. You do not want to lose these screws for warranty purposes. That one went. Luckily I caught that one. Okay, so we got the 4s off. We're gonna put these right here. Hopefully I know how to put this all back together. There you go. Now we got the IO bracket off. We're gonna set that aside right here. We're gonna put these 4 screws next to it so that way I know exactly what those screws belong to. Okay, and then we're gonna have to then unscrew the 9 IO port screws, which are right here. You got 4 on this side and then 5 on this side. So let's see if I need to go smaller. I do need to go smaller. There you go. Okay, we got 1. I wish I can. I have a feeling I'm gonna forget all these screws. Four more screws left. Boom, we got all of them off. Now what's next? Okay, so it says now gently lift the frame by prying it with a thin plastic tool starting from the left. The frame is attached magnetically along the card. So as you guys can see, I have the instructions pulled up right there so you guys can see as well. And the frame, I guess which way we're gonna do the frame, I guess it's from this side. And so it says using a plastic tool. All right, there you go. I see it. I see it going up. I see it. It's magnetic. They weren't lying. And oh, almost had it. Almost had it. And there you go. Got it. Boom. We got the X factor out. And there you go. One out. All right. Don't freak out. We're getting deeper and deeper into this. All right, so what's next? Unscrew the two Phillips head screw from the frame and remove the LED PCB. You will need it later in a later step. So now we're gonna take out the LTT transparent screwdriver. Change the torque size on here. Boom. Okay. Okay, that's one. These are tiny. Holy cow. These are really tiny, guys. All right, so got the two screws right here. Does it come off? All right, it is off. It is off. We will save that for later and put this right here. Put this on the side here. So now what's the next thing is, it says unscrew 4 screws holding the triangle shaped covers. Slide the triangle shaped covers by moving them around until you find the correct direction. All right, let's remove these. So there's one. Damn, it's Founders Editions are a whole different animal. So this one comes out. Okay, we got this one out. Put that over here. There you go. Woo! We're getting closer. We're getting closer. This is definitely an adventure, new experience. Okay, let's just slide smoothly. Okay, boom. Now that we're unscrew the 6 screws and remove the PCI Express PCB and the metal bracket. So here on the instruction manual, we can see that it's talking about these. So I guess these are 4 screws and then 5, 6. These are all going to be torque screws right here. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, 4, the same one. Should come off. Boom. Okay, and there's a little plate on here, right here. As you guys can see, there's a little plate. We're gonna leave that on and just move it right here next to the screws. Now what do? It says unscrew the 4 screws and remove the back plate. Where are the 4 screws now? Oh, I see. There's one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay, let's do it then. Now it says remove the back plate. So I guess this just comes on. Oh, there you go. Woo! All right, cool. Thermal pads are still intact, but which way does this go? So I can go ahead and put these exactly how it goes. I like to put these back just for warranty purposes because I'm not gonna remember how any of these went. So we're gonna take these apart and just put them where they're supposed to go. You guys, I would recommend doing the same thing right here. Okay. Cool. All right, we're getting into the guts of the GPU. All right, carefully unclip the cable clips. To unclip the I/O cable, pry it using a plastic prying tool. We don't have a plastic prying tool, so I guess we're just gonna have to just do our best. All right, there's one. I believe this was an LED. This is fans. These two on the corner are fans, and this is for the PCI Express PCB. So, okay, now let's see what we're gonna do here for the next step, okay? Remove the retention bracket by unscrewing the 4 screws. Carefully lift the GPU PCB. Okay, boom. There's one, put these here. 2. Put that right here. And we have the PCB out. That's the PCB for 5090 Founders Edition. Looks very small. Looks very small. All right, so now that we cleaned off the liquid metal, it says remove the rubber gasket. So let's see where this rubber gasket is. There we go, remove the rubber gasket. And then we're good on that. Let's put this aside for right now. And let's see what else is next. So this is to remove the fans. Unscrew the 8 screws located between the fan blades. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this thing around. We should see, let's move this real quick out of the way. We should see now, I see 1, 2, 4. Okay, I see them right here. So we just gotta move them out of the way. I don't know if you guys can see the shot right here, but pretty much it's like this, and then just go ahead and you turn it. Just make sure that nothing strips. Okay, we got one. We got another one right here. Very interesting on how they put this together. Okay, we got 2. And then we got 4 right here. Okay, so 3 and 4. This just comes off. Nice little fan right there. We'll set this aside. Let's do the same thing with this side now. Okay, we got 1 right here. 2. 3, and last but not least, oops, just take it off. Boom. All right, so it says now detach the cooler from its housing. Carefully bend back 4 metal spring clips. We got it. Oh wow. All right, we got the frame out. What's gonna be next on here? So we've got to remove the IO cable. Carefully remove the IO cable assembly from the housing. The cable is glued to the side of the housing. We got our heat gun. Let's see what we're gonna do. So I guess we're gonna heat up here. Gotta warm it up. Let's see. And boom, we got the IO ports out. This is like rebuilding the whole GPU. Let's get the water block. Let's prep that up. So let's go ahead and remove the painter's mask from here. So we're gonna remove these little thing we built out to make sure it protects components from that liquid metal. Ready to go. We got the IO ports out. We're ready to prep the water block. So we got our GPU block here, and let's turn it the right way. So first thing it says unscrew 2 screws, the AX1 M2.5 4mm and 2 of the AX M2.5 8mm. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start off with this 8. And I believe they're standoffs. 8mm, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually what I'm going to do is put these screws in here so I know exactly what I need to be installing when the time comes. We got thermal pads out. Now it says the GPU water block comes with pre-cut thermal pads, but some of them need to be additionally cut to smaller pieces. So we're gonna grab one of these, 68. These are both the same. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this. We're gonna place one right there. Now we got another one that we're gonna be placing, and that's gonna be on this side. Okay, we got one right there. 55 should be right here. Perfect. I'm gonna place the 55 one right here. Boom. We cut in half, and we're gonna be placing these two on these areas right here. So cut in half, probably right there. Okay. One's right here. Okay, we're supposed to cover these up. So we got these now. So perfect how I got one small one just for this area, and we're gonna place that one right here. Boom. All right, so let's grab our thermal compound. We're gonna be going with KPX, and guys, just remember to remove the plastic protector on these thermal pads, or else you're gonna have some really high temps and you're gonna think it's your GPU when it's really not. So let's go ahead and add some thermal KPX thermal paste on here. And what we're gonna do is just like what the description says. Hopefully I have enough. We're gonna just do an X pattern. Okay, this one finished. If we have more in here. All right, hopefully that is enough. Next up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the GPU on here. There we go. Like so. Boom. We got the PCB on. All right. So next up, it says cutting and placing the thermal pads on the PCB on the backside. Use thermal pad VRM 2716. All right, so now we're gonna cut. Okay, what we're gonna do is now is cut these to little pieces so we can cover the back side here. And I think that's one. Now let's put, I guess we have to put one right here where the power connector is. Boom. Now let's go ahead and see what we need to do with this one. So now once we put that, it says carefully position the LED PCB on the pressure plate. Okay, secure with the 2 screws. All right, so pressure plate, LED screws. I think it's this guy right here. Okay, and then next one. Attach the I/O bracket to a I/O ports by screwing the original 8 torque screws. All right, so let's see, let's grab this. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the I/O ports, pop it into the shield. There you go, should go in like that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and attach this. coming along. It's coming along. Fold it over and stick it in place as shown in the picture. All right, so now we got to go ahead and put these screws and secure the pressure plate on here. Use the ones that came with the water block. And we're just going to go ahead and tighten this down. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. All right, boom. We got the pressure plate on there. Now I think we're gonna have to install, let's see, so position the pressure plate. Okay, so secure PCB, use the 4 PVC washers, and got 2 or 4. Okay, so right here, get our washers, which we're gonna put in this one. So we got one right here. It's gonna be right there in between the 2 points of the pressure. Yikes. Next spot is going to be right here. Okay. And last spot is gonna be right there. What is next for us? So it says now it is recommended to partially screw in all the screws first, then tighten them evenly. Okay. Now attach the I/O bracket assembly using 2 M3x6 screws and an Allen key. Careful, do not damage the ribbon cable. Okay, so now we gotta get the I/O ports and we got to set it up. How we're going to move this around and maneuver this. Let's go ahead and put this at the end of the block here. That way I can actually do this. The table is such a mess, but hey, we are getting this done. We are definitely getting this done. Pop this should go in. Now this is, you gotta be careful with this, because if something goes wrong with this, yeah, that is going to be no good, my friend. That is going to be no good. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to look at this from over here. Okay, boom. We got that set up in there. Now we could just go ahead and twist this around and boom. Okay. Woo. I don't know what the hell that was, but hey. Mic's on. A little Allen wrench. I'm gonna twist this around. Boom. Cool. All right, everything so far looks good. So now what we're gonna do says that we need to connect the PCI Express PCB to the GPU's PCB and secure it with 5 original Torx screws, which is right there. Okay. We gotta make sure that it goes in right. All right, we got that set up. Now what we're gonna do is get that plate that we had. All right, so we got the PCI Express adapter hooked up to the whole water block. Now, what you do want to do is you want to add the last 2 bits of thermal pads on the pressure plate before you go ahead and attach the back plate, which we're gonna do actually right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this should go like this. This is gonna connect with the top right there, like so. Okay, that's one. Actually, last one here. Boom. A 5090 Founders Edition, water blocked. Yeah. Well, that was not gonna lie, that was a little difficult. I've never done a 5090 Founders Edition water blocking, and it was my first time doing it, which was a lot of fun. Now I gotta figure out how to put this original heatsink and everything back together, which is just going to be hell. I'm going to have to refer to a lot of things. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did follow along, let me know in the comment section, how did it go for you? Was it easy? Was it only me that thought it was hard? And what do you guys think about the whole Founders Edition water block installation with EKWB? Let me know. Also, let me know which water block you guys are using, if not EKWB. As always, guys, I appreciate it. Make sure you guys throw a thumbs up and a subscription. It helps me out and helps the channel out. Until next time, I will catch you on the next one. Wow.